Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? Once again, this is Gregory Wiles coming to you live today. Today, I'm in the beautiful city of Austin, Texas, not in my hometown, Houston. This is good morning, Tessa. Yeah, Austin, Texas. For you who don't know, this is the capital. This is our state's capital. So I'm in Austin, Texas this morning. My son is playing some basketball tournament up here. So I'm here. I'm still doing what I need to do. You see me in my hoodie and my little beanie. It's Austin usually gets a little colder than us. It's low 40s here right now. It's in the low 40s, somewhere around 42. 41, 42 degrees. But I'll still get to do what I do, man. You just got to put on the right clothes, right? You just put on the right clothes, and I'm going to get outside, do a little bit of walking, and then I'm going to go into the gym after I'm finished here and finish up in the gym. But good morning, good morning. Hope it's great weather wherever you are, and you loving the weather wherever you are. Good morning, Cindy. How are you doing? Tessa, good morning to you guys. All right, I'll jump right into it. What I want to talk to you about today, it's about loving yourself. It's about loving yourself, right? I see too often, I see people suffering from low self-esteem and all of that, and that's just because they don't love themselves. Good morning, Jillian. Good morning. Yes, Jillian, they had the first game yesterday, and they had a good blowout win. So today we have some more games. But anyhow, we're talking about loving yourself. Loving yourself, right? And that's what low self-esteem is, right? Loving yourself, not loving yourself. And that's what bullies and people who trying to people who trying to get the best of you, all they're trying to do is to cause you to think negative about yourself. Because it's not what people think about you that matters, It's not what people think about you. What ultimate matters is what you think about yourself. People could tell you, see all the good gifts in you. They can see all the good gifts in you. But if you don't see that in yourself, it's just a waste. It's a waste. And likewise, people can try to put you down, but because you see yourself as great, you see yourself as wonderful, you see yourself as blessed. Morris Agrippa, thank you for checking in. If you see yourself at all those things, at the end of the day, that is what matters, right? That is not what matters. Not what people think about you. It's about what you think about yourself. Good morning, Big Sis. Good morning, Desiree. Is what you think about yourself, right? So that's what we want to talk about today, right? What we talk about today. The best thing you have to offer this world is yourself. You don't have to copy anyone else. If you do, you are second best. To achieve success is to be first, and that's being yourself. Stop tearing yourself down. Build on your strengths. Don't build on your weaknesses. Act and think in ways that make you like yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Other people, or compare what you are to what you think you should be. Celebrate who you are and be the best you can be, right? So guys, I remember a movie. The movie is called I Feel Pretty. It's one of those movies. It's not one of those, mainstream actors in it. But I was on the plane one day and going on a flight, and the movie was on, and I watched it. And it was a really great movie. It resonated with me because the movie is I Feel Pretty, and then it said you can change everything without changing nothing. And it's this young lady, she was slightly overweight, not the prettiest, but she had her self-esteem, a low self-esteem. So she acted the way she felt. She dressed the way she felt in all these draggy, ugly looking clothes, and hide herself away and had very low self-esteem. So she had wanted to know what it like to feel pretty. And she saw this commercial or this kind of boot camp. Don't quote me with all the details, but she saw this boot camp, and this woman promised to transform you and make you to be this beautiful person and all that. And she buy into it and believe in it. And she went to this boot camp, and she going to this boot camp a couple days a week. And she was so motivated, so pumped up, so believing it, so hungry and so desperate to be pretty. She went so hard on the machine one day and broke the pedals and fall and hit her head. She hit her head and she was unconscious for a little bit. And when she got back conscious, she looked into the mirror and she saw the most beautiful person in the world. She saw the most beautiful person in the world, the perfect shape and so pretty. And she saw herself perfect. And she went out and act like that. She went from working in a little basement for this big cosmetic company in a basement where she was hidden away, because that's what she wanted to be. Hidden away in a basement, which she and one other guy was working in this basement, and went to be one of the big executives in that company just because she started to see herself differently, and she went out and act differently, and everybody was so amazed about this confidence she has in herself. And she went right up to the boss and present her ideas because she felt so confident. She see herself differently. So that was the movie about changing everything without changing nothing. The same body that she had, the same face, everything. She just see herself differently and she act differently. She start dressing better. She start dressing more better the way she see herself, and everything changed. Everything changed. She went from being one of the executives in that company, guys. So that's what we're saying. It's not what people think of you, is what you think of yourself that ultimately matters, right? And I remember part of the movie, she got so upset with the next woman because she had what you call a nice body and a pretty and everything, all the things that this other girl had wanted. And she was suffering from low self-esteem. And the girl said, man, I want to slap you in your head right now. I would give everything to have what you have, and you have all of that, and saying you have low self-esteem. Again, it's not what you have, is how you think about yourself, right? How you think about yourself. And you got to understand, you are wonderfully made. God did not make a mistake when he made you. The mold that make us, throw it away. It will never be used again. So we got to understand that we are perfect in his sight. He made us in his own image and likeness. So we have to love ourselves. We have to, before you can receive love from anyone or anyone be attracted to you, you got to love yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't receive love from anyone else, right, guys? So he made us perfect in his sight. We have everything we need. We have greatness within us, and we have to see that and understand that, right? But there's two types of loving yourself, so you got to be careful. You don't want to be conceited, prideful, and arrogant and think you are better than everyone else. That was a sin. You just can't think, oh, I'm so better than everyone. You're not better than no one. God made us all in his own image and likeness, so we're not better than each other. We all got our talents and our gifts and our skills. All right, so you don't want to get so prideful and arrogant and think you're better than other one. But naturally loving yourself is being thankful for what God made. That's why many scriptures is not going to exactly tell you love yourself, but that's why he said love your neighbor as yourself, because loving yourself should come naturally. Loving yourself should come naturally. So, and it's saying love your neighbor as yourself, because you're supposed to love yourself and be comfortable, and you're supposed to love your neighbor with the same type of love, right, guys? So remember, it's not what people think of you, is what you think of yourself. And that's what a lot of people do to control people. Just make you think negatively about yourself, and then they can control you. That's low self-esteem, right? And we got to be careful with raising our kids. I was looking at some research showing, I think it's by the age of 8 or whatever the case may be, kids get formulate most of who they are, and they can come up with a low self-esteem just on the way you telling them and you encouraging them. The things you telling them, they can either have a high self-esteem or low self-esteem, love themselves or not love themselves. So we got to be careful what we telling our kids and what we passing on to them, right? And let them know, regardless of how they look, whatever, they are perfect. They have everything they need to succeed, and they need to love themselves, right? They need to love themselves. And I'll leave you with this quick little scripture here. It's from the Song of Solomon. Song of Solomon 4:7. This is Solomon, the Song of Solomon's a whole love story. So this is the scripture 4:7, and it said, "You are altogether beautiful, my love. There is no flaw in you." You're altogether beautiful, my love. There is no flaw in you. And that's what God wants to tell us. There is no flaw in us. He did not make a mistake when he made us. So you go out, love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, that means you don't love what God made. You don't love what he made, and he made all of us, right? So guys, so go out there, love yourself, know that you have greatness in you. You are perfect to do the thing that you are created to do, and don't try to copy someone else, because you'll be second best. Being the best is being yourself, guys. So I'm going to leave you with that today to go into the weekend, guys. Have a great, great day, and I want you to love yourself. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and talk to you guys on Monday. Goodbye.